And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the main scenario quest of Stormblood. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we now have to talk to various people in Ragos Reach. So let's do it. So, the first quest is called Ye Wayward Brothers. The Anata battle maid is not one to be trifled with. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary a one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. Yet, sorry, they number 5 in all. These would-be warriors. Send them on to me should you chance to find them. Okay. So let me find these warriors. I'll just try and get these quests done one at a time. For the sake of it. Where is it? Could literally be anywhere. Okay, not there. Ow. Not there. That's too far. Really should pay attention to the red circle. There's Skywatcher here. I am happy that they've added in increased mount speed. I actually feel it's really, really needed. Where are they? Okay, I give up on this one, so let me go to the other ones. Let me try this one over here. Okay, almost there, almost there. It's like sometimes they can be very easy to find, other times you can just run around like a headless chicken for ages trying to find them. Okay, here's one. Blood. So I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Cool. Next. So we'll see if we can find the guy. I just wanted to find at least one so I know what I'm looking for. Okay, so next. Obviously in that cave it was easy to find because there's not many places to hide when you're inside a cave. I wonder where this guy is. Ah, there he is. So, training. Yeah, I was so busy practicing to impress the others, I completely forgot. Thank you. Next. Okay, let's see if we can find the next person. There he is. So, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or a republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. Okay, next. I do wonder as well, like, just what the game has in store for us, you know what I mean? In this story mode. So the teacher calls for me, I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see. And, yes, of course, there is no time if you would excuse me. Okay. So next, I'll come back to her in a sec. Let me just finish one quest at a time, so I don't confuse the issues. Okay, next. Where's the next person? So many people here. Where is it? No, sorry. I'm out of the circle. So many people here. Uh-huh. I can kind of understand now why people keep running around on their mounts and stuff. Ah, there he is. So, bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh bugger, oh bugger. Cool. So that one's done. So now let's go back to the lady to get the first quest finished. Then we can do the other 2. I like to do these things one at a time just so I don't, you know, get confused. And I don't forget what place I'm at in terms of the story. And I don't know how you guys feel when it comes to swimming. Like, I've done some swimming. It's nice at least that they finally added it in after all these years. Okay, next. Boom. So, all recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if Imperials will be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say that survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. Okay, that one's done. Next. So, 2 more quests. So let's do a dash of green first, then we'll do future rust and future dust. Cool. So a dash of green. Ahalisa considers the cook pot with a frown. You want to help, do you? Seeing as how I'm not in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Teb for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem, depending on the recipe. It doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Okay. So where do we go? Okay, we have to go to there, basically. I'm assuming, given how many people are just running around, that there's a lot of fetch and grab quests in this zone. People don't tend to run around like this for fun. Okay, here's Teb. So, herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand. Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. Okay. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. Okay. So I'm going to have to collect herbs myself. I see how it is. Oh, gathering is so difficult. I can't be bothered. I can't be... Okay, I found one. I think I'm over it now. Next. One, two, three. I like gathering. Gathering is probably the easiest classes to level right now in the whole game, which is good because I know for a lot of people it's a challenge, to say the least, to get it leveled. People ask me all the time, so how do I level gathering quickly? And I said you can't. You have to just grind it out. Or you can just follow my videos to see if there's anything you can do to try and boost your EXP. Okay, where is it? This one. There's obviously so many people doing the same quest. Next. There it is. Aha. Last one now. Oh yeah. Cute. Let's actually try and swim. Yeah. Oh, cool. So you can actually sprint underwater as well, just so you know. That is actually a feature of this game. So, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for. Yep. So they're called Reach Greens. It says precisely what type of herb this remains is unclear, but the important thing is that it is green and fragrant. Thanks, that'll do nicely, but sorry to impose upon you, miss. I thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, But to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes, it's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when your countrymen can spare some of the cause. Though that comes at a cost though. Too many villages, too many children more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must. And we never lose sight of the dream. Cool. Next. So let's do the last quest called Future Rust, Future Dust. Let's do it. Okay, here he is. It's called Beeves. So Beeves is certain he has seen you somewhere before. Yeah, you might have seen me on YouTube. Maybe. So, I beg your pardon. The woman who bested Gaius von Balsar wishes to offer me her assistance. I say this is highly irregular, though I have heard it said you had a panache for aiding the uncommon man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for all else, I think it important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and Mithrie, thank you for your service, now and ever after. Cool. Next. The question the people of Rhalgar's Reach. Damn it. Now, given that this one is probably the one furthest away, let's get that done first. So to get there you have to come through this corridor and then go all the way up the corridor. And just so you know, this here is actually a fishing spot. It's one of the fishing spots of Rhalgar's Reach. You see there? The outer fist. So I did some fishing there earlier on, and you get decent EXP for fishing in Rhalgar's Reach. So that's why my fisher is already above 61. So anyway, let's find said person. We start to work out what this dungeon even is. So why I joined the resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend. The Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a form of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. Fair enough, fair enough. So let's keep going. Tell you what, I'm actually going to teleport to save myself a few seconds of running. Because why not? Okay, here we go. So I like that the expansion does feel similar and new at the same time. Okay, cool. So I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. I had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know, and there's always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. Okay, so she wanted to feed refugees. That makes sense. Next, I need to go to here. But yeah, so basically these quests explain why there's so much running around, because I guess everyone's doing these quests right now. People are not just running around for fun. Okay, where is this person? This way. Aha. So why indeed? To save lives perhaps, or make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Fair enough. Next. So now we're learning really why people joined the Resistance, which is pretty cool. That looks like an interesting fishing spot right there. So, aren't you the Acorn Slayer? Damned if I know why you bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship. If you live long enough, you'll die stealing someone else's land like as not. But that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. Fair enough. Okay, it's yep. So you can't actually use ground mounts in water. You see, you automatically dismount. But there is underwater mounts at least. And I will make videos teaching people how to do spearfishing as well at some point. When I get to Ruby Sea. So, well met, Mithrie. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? Yes. So let's say well-worn log. So page after page of the log is filled with a flowing script. Doubtless Beeves had much practice in honing his handwriting. As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bear their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Cool. So it's complete. Nice. So the next quest is called Token of Faith. So let's go and do it. So I am enjoying the story so far. It's been really, really fun to do. And I am just enjoying, I'm basically leveling like 12 classes at once right now. And it's not diminished the enjoyment whatsoever. Okay, let's talk to this guy. So, the Swarty Resistance Fighter is at wit's end. Damn it all, where could it have got to? So, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain, but I've not left the Reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officers' pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, but I could just as easily buy another. But even so, please help me find it. Fair enough. Let's do that now. So we're basically helping the people of Rauga's Reach. You know, soon enough everyone's going to know who I am, what I stand for. As with the other thousands of people helping. So, but we'll see how it goes. In all means, not in any rush to do this whatsoever. I know some people already skipped the story to the end. You know, I am not in a rush at all. Okay, here's Ward of the Destroyer. Next. Let's take it back. Cool. So I swear, I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. Okay, let's hand it over. It says, a paper ward inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of Alamigo, Rauga. 7 hells, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, sister. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monk. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground. That mad bastard. And after him came the Guardians, who cared even less for our beliefs. I still keep to the old ways, as many do. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scripture, as my mother taught me. Cool. Next. So let's talk to Alpha Node. So we've helped the people of Rauga's Reach as much as we can. So, crossing the Velodyna. So Alpha Node has been making himself useful to the Resistance. So, and with that, another task is complete. Mithrie, I hear that you have been keeping busy. She has, and we thank her for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago, I would have you present my proposals for an assault on Castrum Velodyna to General Olden personally. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Orenz before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I will wait for you at the pass, but not too long. So, I expect Krill and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the Surgeons. But nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Okay, so let's talk now to Y'shtola. See if she wants to join us. And I'm assuming we're heading closer and closer towards the first dungeon of the expansion, which is good. And we can finally fight some new mobs in new areas. Okay. I have been having fun with the crafting and gathering, but at 61 you learn Hasty Touch 2. I need to see how and when and where you would actually put that into your rotations. Especially given it actually costs CP, whereas Hasty Touch is free. Okay, let's talk to Y'shtola. So, is all amiss? I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Guardians. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost and occupy territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every Scion must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight. For Alamigo, for my father, for Yida. I am in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Belsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. Though your fervour is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am, of course, of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Ilberd's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this was a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the selfsame cause I have served since I first pledged to serve Master Louis Soir and the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who would require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here for Minfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Mithrie, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmund, the woman who slew Gaius Van Balsar, and some half-dozen primal besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. May look to you as a hero, and heap great expectations upon your shoulders, but you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. Our fight the Empire poses too great a threat. We can but carry on for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. As long as there's a battle to be fought, I'll be there. To be frank, Alfie, this isn't my fight, but I'll do what I must. We can but carry on for those who are lost, for those we can yet save. Well, pick that option. It's less hostile. Well said indeed. We're here to serve the people, we're not here for power. Take care, Y'shtola Krill, and do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask you that remain here by Conrad's side. Should we go, or Manango will leave without us? So, might I persuade you to join us, Mithrie? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castor Morenz would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I am sure I can convince Manago to wait a little longer. Cool. So next. So we need to go talk to Alpha Node, who's at the exit. Then we can head towards Castor Morenz. So, I like that for now, we're not, to be honest, we're just forming the resistance. We're not, like, ready to do a full-on assault with the Garleans. We're nowhere near ready. So, we're just taking it one step at a time. We're just being a thorn in their side. Oops, sorry, that's a player. So you'll be accompanying us. Full glad I am to hear it. All set, excellent. Then let us be off. Bye. So, thankfully we can teleport straight to Castor Morenz, so let's do it now. Okay. So, let's do this. Where do we go? This way. Let's talk to Roban. So welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I am come at Commander Camp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot? Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castellum Velodyna. So capture Velodyna. That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push eastward towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Velodyna watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's. If there's no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Terrapin? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. Okay. So let's speak to Elise. Sorry, she's right there. So Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same, whilst the aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end. What losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about his reconnaissance missions and see how he would like to proceed. Okay, let's continue. Next. So where is the next mission? Oh, right in front of us. Ah, sorry, so small and someone's standing right there. I couldn't actually see him. So the quest is called In Crimson It Began. Pippin is looking forward to the assault on Castellum Velodyna. I wonder if anyone can tell me how to pronounce it. Thank you for volunteering to me. This should be fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission. So long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Velodyna. It's like maybe the game just knows I can barely pronounce it, therefore it's going to just put it into the game 1,000 times for me to read out. Okay, so where do we go? Where do we go? Wow, we have quite a run ahead of us. So, I am enjoying the story so far. It's really, really cool. The zones are really nice and so on. And it's definitely a lot more... there's a lot more life in these zones than the Heavensward zones. Heavensward was a bit barren, let's say. A lot of people are doing quests right here, but not as many people are doing that quest anymore, thankfully. Okay, that's a huge bear that completely ignored me for whatever reason. So next. I don't know why that bear completely ignored me. I don't know if they're doing a quest or something. But anyway, we're almost here. And I'm already halfway to 64. And I'm still doing what is, let me double check. Yeah, level 61 quests. So, yeah. Wow, that Magitech scared me. Never mind. Okay, we're almost there now. Okay, so let's see if everything is in the game is still working as should hopefully be. See a lot of players here though, which makes me a little bit concerned. Like, are they stuck outside, for example? Okay, let's do this fight. So this ought to be close enough. Now, we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us or worse. So, upon proceeding to the infirmary, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Okay, so duty calls commence battle for In Crimson It Began. If your levels is above 63, it will be synced. So hopefully this will load, hopefully this will work. And this might last a while, but the rest of this episode is probably going to just be this one event.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Ralga's Reach.
Whoops. Oh crap.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Made we run all this way for nothing. Well, rip. Oh look, it's the trailer.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
That's why I said, even in the Revolution's story, that she is just a way superior swordsman. See, that was a warning.
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
Rip. He didn't take the warning. Rip.
Mithrie! Hell take you!
Hell yeah. He went himself. Interesting. I didn't expect them to assault Ralga's Reach so early in the story.
Well. Stand aside, Pilus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Seven hells! It's him! It's Xenos!
The Viceroy! Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
Lol. Was he Neo?
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Like the Matrix all over again.
Ah, a magical barrier. Alas, it will not save you.
Rip.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Well, we're doomed. But they killed the resistance even before it started.
Kryl!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Cool. So aid the resistance and find your comrades. Let's do it.
It's all over now!
Next. Mithrie to the rescue! Alright, next. Others just need us. The Imperials came from nowhere. Started cutting people. Reinforcements are on the way. Spread the word. We should keep moving. Cool. Take on this Magitech, try and save this guy. I love shoulder tackle. Okay, those monsters, these people had surrendered.
For the glory of the flames!
I wonder, like, who the end boss of this instance is going to be. Okay, next. They took Lisa and died.
Rebel scum!
Thankfully I get healed as well. I'm going to use Bloodbath just in case, so. Is this the crazy lady? We'll get rid of the ads so we can take out all of them. There we go. Are we done? We're done. Lol.
What took you so long? Alpha, no, I need your help. My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pylus.
Well, we're dead. Nice knowing you guys.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
I'll try. We're dead.
As one!
Be gone!
Ow.
Give me something to remember.
Oh, crap. Let's see, do we have potions? We have a potion. Jesus Christ. Ow. am I supposed to do? Well, I'm dead. Nice knowing you. Ow. Running away, because I'm a hero.
Don't stop now.
Aha. I survived. I wonder if this is one of the scripted fights where you're just supposed to lose. So you obviously you just have to make yourself space over and over again. Let's do bloodbath. Crud. Made it. How long did this fight go on for? Jesus. Crud. I mean, I am trying to solo a flippin' level 70 target. Obviously, he's going to occupy the middle. I'm obviously not, even if I survive, I'm not going to get this done in flippin' 18 minutes. That hurts. Wah. Damn right. I mean, you saw, I survived that attack. So, I gotta keep going forever, baby. Well, rip Mithrie. I need to make a new channel now. Interesting. Wonder if Hydaelyn's going to do us a favor.
Pathetic.
I wonder if that sword he's left behind will actually use against him. Live to fight another day, sir.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lass?
Oakley dokley. I mean, ow. I think my pride might have taken a knock. Well enough, next time he will pay.
Aye, I do not doubt it.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on! Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work. The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.